Hey, good afternoon and good evening, all of you guys. So, welcome back to interview preparation session. Today, we will discuss some question that is recently asked in some interview, and that might help you in your upcoming interview. So, stay tuned and stay focused on this question. So, whoever is new here, let me tell you about the thing. Like, we will discuss some questions one by one. I'll give you a question and I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to answer it. And please make the answer in the professional way. You can write the answer in the chat window, and after that, I will share you the answer also. So today's first question is, we will start from the basic. So can you tell me what is the difference between global and local variable? So today's first question is, what is sorry. Sorry. So what is the difference between global and local variable? Our first question is this for today. Please make sure that your answer should be in a professional way. Sorry. The variable name is yeah, all right. Okay. I'm waiting for your answer, guys. Your time start now. Ankit, global is the highest value. What do you mean by highest value? No, that is not about global and local variable. So let me tell you guys, these questions are so important. And I know this is the basic kind because we are starting from the basic. Uh, but these are so important. You should know the basic, then you will be the interviewer will go to the advanced level if you are able to qualify in the basic. Okay, the main difference between global and local variable is that the global variable can be accessed globally in the entire program, and whereas local variable can access only within the function or block in which they are defined. So global variable are the one that is defined and declared outside a function, and we need to use them inside a function. Whenever you want to, like if a variable, you have created a list, and in that is in directly in the script, like list a equal to square bracket and inside the variable. Now you are using a for loop to access the element. So for ELE element inside the list. So if you go inside that, then I equal to this, that if whatever you write, if that is found, then do it. Then that is your local variable. So you will access only inside that loop only. If you print what is ELE, just if you print outside of that loop, print ELE, you will get error. Okay, but if you print inside that list, inside that loop, you will not get error. So let me write the difference here. This is the way I write between. Global. Within the function or those block of code. Okay. If you have any question related to this question, you can ask in the chat window also. Okay. Sorry for the background noises, guys. Okay. Okay. The next question will be, uh, this is quite basic one. So please write your answer in the chat window. What is the difference between normalization and standardization? Okay. The question is, what is difference between normalization and standardization? I guess all of you know that, but I want to know who is writing in a professional way, so you can impress your interviewer with this question. Okay, so you have 2 minutes to write it. Standardization. And yeah, let me check. So this is your question. Please write your answer in the chat window. Okay, normalization range 0, 1, standardization 0. Okay, great. So, okay, it is, in this word file, I cannot give you the example, but I can tell you what is like local and global variable. Suppose if you are declaring, I have already explained you this thing. Like if you are declaring list directly in the script file in the starting. Suppose the list name is list underscore a, and you are giving the variable equal to inside there will be any type of data. So list is a collection and also a data type. And for now you want to access each element of that list. Now what are you doing? You are using a for loop here for ele element in list column, and then enter, and there is indentation 4 spaces or 2 spaces there, and print ele. So the el is a, now it is local variable. This is only used in your that loop. Okay, if you print outside this list, outside that loop, then you will get error. El is not defined. So that is the difference between local and global variable. You cannot access local variable outside that loop. Okay. Lambda is something else. Lambda is not like variable. Okay. So let me give you what is the difference between normalization and standardization. Uh, Normalization, this is so important, when we have outlier in our data set, that time we should always use standardization. Okay. And for normalization, we can use let me tell you first what is mean of normalization. It is also known as min max scaling, x minus minimum of x divided by range. And scaling is used. What is scaling? Scaling is used to transform feature to be similar scales like unitless and scale free. Suppose there is a height in your feature. There is a height column in your feature. It contains the length from a range from 10.5 to 20. Suppose there is a length of some object, and there is a weight of that thing like 0.1 kg, 0.2 kg in this way. So both features are important for your model building, but your model will understand the range of the scale of this feature. Height feature is more than weight. So that's why we use normalization and standardization to convert those data, those features into scale free and unitless. So normalization is using, after doing normalization, the range will be 1 and the minimum value of your feature will become 0 and the maximum will be 1. But and in the standardization is also known as G score scaling. Score normalization is transform feature by subtracting from the mean and dividing by standard deviation, and this is called as G score. So x, the formula will be x minus mean divided by standard deviation, and the mean will become 0 and standard deviation will become 1. So for normalization, minimum and maximum value of feature are used for scaling, and it is used when features are of different scales value between 0, 1 or minus 1 to plus 1, and it is really affected by outlier. If you do normalization and your data containing outlier, then it will affect a lot your data set. But if you have if you do standardization, it will not affect that much as normalization. Okay, and it is used when we don't know about the distribution. Like if you don't know about the distribution, you don't know about the outlier, anything like that, skewness, kurtosis, then, and it is often called as scaling and normalization. So, and what is about standardization? In mean and standard deviation is used for scaling. It is used when we want to ensure the mean become 0 and you need standard deviation. It is not bounded to a sorry guys, I got disconnected due to network issue. I hope audio. Let me check. Okay, so what I was telling you, I was telling about standard. Just a second, let me check my internet connection. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I hope now I'm properly audible. Yeah. So this is the difference between normalization and standardization. Okay. So okay, there was a question like lambda. So can you explain me about lambda function? Writing the next question is all about explain lambda function. Okay. So this is our next question. Please write your answer in the chat window. Right, Akhil. It is a nameless function. So can you tell me why it is nameless function? What about others? Please write your answer in the chat window. I'm waiting. So lambda functions are known as anonymous function. Means what does it mean? Like it does mean that the function is without a name. As we know that the defined function, def is a keyword, is used to define a normal function in Python. Similarly, the lambda keyword is used to define an anonymous function in Python. So each function can have any number of argument, but only one expression which is evaluated and returned. And one is the free to use lambda function, whereas lambda function objects are required. So this is the simple. And just give me a confirmation message in the chat window, guys. Do you want to write me the answer also, or should I explain only the question, give you the questions and write the answer in the chat window also? What do you want? And before that, let me give, please write your opinion and give me another question for you. And this is the question, like difference between differences between stemming and lemmatization. Lemmatization. TION. So this is your question. The next question is this. Please write it on chat. Okay. These are so important questions. I know this is the basic one, but these are so important. We will slowly move forward to the advanced level. And let me tell you, these questions has been recently asked in some interview. Okay. So if you are thinking this is so easy, or if you are thinking like, what is all about this? No, these are so important. So give your attendance 100% attendance. Like not attendance, sorry. Focus, give you 100% focus and give me a proper answer in a professional way. Suppose you are taking that interview and your interviewer asks you to do. Okay. Okay, Rahman. Okay, sure. I'll do that. No worries. So, Akhil is saying like stemming and lemmatization are important concept used in NLP. Yeah, it is so important, but I just want to know like what is stemming and lemmatization and what is the difference between. Can you give me an example? Okay, Kriti, lemmatization gives meaningful words, stemming gives no meaningful words. It's not fixed. You cannot say that directly. Sometimes it's happened, but most of the time, both of them are giving me the right answer. So let me give you an example. Suppose caring, if I tell you to do stemming, caring, this is stemming and lemma. Okay, so if I do stemming, what this word will be converted into? It will convert into car, right? And if you do lemmatization, it will convert into caring, care, right? So these are the basic difference between stemming and lemmatization. So how this happens means what is the happening behind all this thing? So stemming just remove or stem the last few characters of a word, okay, and often leading to incorrect meaning. So as you can see, caring is now converted into car. This is the car is something else, and care is something else. And but if you do lemmatization, it will convert into care. So it will go back and check into dictionary what is the meaning of root word. It will find a root word, okay. It will not just if you do limit stemming, it will just remove or stem the last few characters, but in the stemming it will make your data into root word. It will convert your data into root word, okay. And lemmatization consider the context and convert the word into meaningful base form, like that is the root word base form, which is called lemma. Sometimes the same word can have multiple lemma. Sometimes the same word can have multiple different lemma. We should identify the part of speech tagging for the word that specified context, okay. So this is the example for that. And okay, let me give you another question from NLP. This is so also important. Explain TF IDF. Can anyone tell me the what is stand for TF-IDF? And also give me the proper way. What is like, what is this meaning, right? Not only the full form. Great, Emmanuel. Kriti also good. What about others, huh? Yeah, Akhil, great. Okay, so let me tell you the, like, let me copy your uh, answer here. Sorry. So basically, TF-IDF stand for term frequency inverse document frequency, and this is a technique to quantify a word into documents. And TF-IDF was invented for document search. and information retrievals. Okay, it works by increasing proportionally to the number of times a word appearing in a document. Suppose in a transaction or anywhere in a sentence, this stemming word is present at 4 or 5 times. So it will give the occurrence of that word, how many that word is presenting in that transaction. Okay, so it will give you number, and this word will be converted into your features name like column, and it will give you in the first transaction how many times this is converting, in this one is how many times it is converting in this way. But there is also another thing like term document inverse. There is inverse also. Suppose you have someone. Let me give you a real example. There will be, if you go on Google, if you go to Amazon there, and there you will be find out like reviews. Okay, one customer, two customer, three customer, there will be multiple customer, and each customer will be one transaction. Suppose one entry is there from each customer, and everyone is using similar most kind of word, good, excellent for iPhone 12 or 13, suppose that. And some customer, they are a fan of iPhone. They have written in their comment like multiple times, awesome, 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 in this way. Suppose he have used 100 times awesome word in his review. So does it mean like awesome is great? No, in his opinion or her opinion, that phone is awesome, but it doesn't mean like for others it is also important. That time we do inverse of all the things, like how many times of, means if they have written 1,000 lines of comment or 100 lines of comment, and if you inverse it with their number, how many times that word is present overall in the all comment, the corpus, it will give you a proper number. So how many important of that awesome word is for this customer, what is the important of awesome for that customer, it will give you those things. Okay, so words that are common in every document, such as what and if, rank, lower, even, through, they may appear many times since they don't mean much to that document in particular. We generally compute a weight to each word which signifies the importance of the word in the document and corpus. This is the method is widely used technique to information retrievals and text mining. Okay, this is the thing about TF IDF. So this is so important. Okay, so our next question is, this is also from text mining. What is cosine similarity? Okay, and give me the formula also. Do it fast, guys. Please give your answer in the chat window. Okay, let me give you the answer. What is the formula? The formula is like CO is A comma B, that is the your first word. The what do you want, like cosine between A and B equal to, I'll explain this one also, A into B. Sorry, let me give it like capital B, and divided by module of what is that thing? Let me give you the answer. What is the formula? Okay, so this is like where's the model? Yeah. P, capital A should be there. Close it and multiply it with capital B this way. So what is A into B here? A star B. This is not just one thing. Like suppose A is your first transaction or first entry you're in corpus. What is corpus? Corpus is a collection of document, the entry, transaction. So the first document is A and the second document is B. So you want to multiply A into B. So what you will do, you will find A1 into B1. How many that word is present in that one? So B1 plus, sorry, A2 multiply by B2. This is the thing. And for a module of A is this like equal to, there will be so many things, right? A1 square 2, sorry, 2 plus A2 square, double star means square in the Python, right? So that's why I am using the same thing here also, and divided it by 1 by square it by 1 by 2 also. And cosine similarity measure the similarity between two vectors of an inner product space. It's measured by the cosine of that angle between two vectors and determine whether two vectors are pointing in the roughly the same direction or not. It is often used to measure the document similarity in text analysis. Okay. So basically cosine similarity be used in the text analysis when you have to find like it if you give if I give you an example, then it will be for like job description. If your job description is matching with your resume or not. Like suppose there is a on LinkedIn, if you find out like this is the job description, if you want to check it, like how ATS work, applicant tracking system. So they work on in the same concept. They will find out that that word is present in this JD or this resume. According to that, they will find the similarity between that. Okay. This is also an important question. Like we are moving forward to the advanced level. Okay. And I guess this will be our last question for today. Why KNN algorithm is called as lazy learner? I hope all of you know this answer, but you know you have to express your answer in the professional way. I'm waiting, guys. Right, Akhil. So let me tell you about KNN. KNN is non-parametric algorithm, which means it does not make any assumption or on underlying data. If you feed your model, like if you feed your model with some data, it will not make any assumption on that data. Means there will be no data like model building thing. It is called a lazy learner algorithm because it does not learn from the training data set immediately. Instead, it stores the data and the time of classification. It perform an action on the data set. Let me give you an example here. For example, the logistic regression algorithm run its model weight parameter. Weights are parameters like beta naught, beta 1, beta 2, these value. Okay. So during training time, it will learn. In this thing like KNN, there is no training time in the KNN. Also, this may sound very convenient that property does not come without a cost. The prediction steps in KNN is relatively expensive. Each time we want to make a prediction, KNN is searching for the entire neighbor. Means sorry, not the entire neighbor, nearest neighbor from the entire data set, and that will take more time. So that's why it is taking like so many times. This is the bookist thing, like if I tell you this type of answer, but this is so important. Everything is all the details is there inside this example. But let me give you another example. Suppose if you have a data set, okay, and you have built your model, everything is done, and if you feed your data in one go, what it do, it will check, like if you have only 10 row, 10 entries. Okay, what KNN will do? It will try to find the distance between. There will be multiple type of distance that can be Mahabalis, Manhattan, Euclidean distance, others also. So if you want to check for the like nearest neighbor, what you will do? You will first check the distance between first feature to the other feature, like other 9 feature, one by one will check. A will be checked for B, A, C, A, D, A, E, A, F, in this way. So it will check for multiple time, not just only one time. In this way it will find out like which one is giving me the nearest value, nearest distance with that one. And it's totally depend on how many what you are taking, like the 1 k equal to 1 or k always. K, what is K? K is your number. And always you should choose odd number. K should be always odd number, like 1, 3, 7, 4. Why? Because suppose there is a classification model, okay? You need to predict output that will be 2-factor. There will be 2-factor binary data set. So is it male or female? And if you choose K equal to 4, and what happen if there is two neighbor are female and 2 neighbor are male? So what it will do? It will confuse. So it will check, or it will check randomly in this way. So you will not go with random. If you are building model, you don't want to go with random. So if there will be 3 options, if you choose A equal to 3, so it will anyhow there will be 2 or 1, or 2 or 1 will be like 2 will be female or 2 will be male, and 1 will be female or 1 will be male, in this way. So the maximum one you will go with that one directly. So that time we should always choose K equal to odd number. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. We will continue from tomorrow also. And I hope you like this interview preparation session. And thank you for watching the video. Have a good day, guys. Thank you so much.